Hello ROS developers. In this short video I'm going to show you how to work with the PR2 robot on Noetic, how to move the base and how to move the arms, and then from that point you can do whatever you want with the robot. So the first thing is that we are going to launch this ROSjet. I will put a link to this ROSjet on the video description below. So let's launch it. Now I should click here on run. And then after a few seconds, I should have the project loaded. What I'm going to show is how to launch the simulation in an environment. Okay, so I have so many windows open from my previous project. Let me close them all, except for the notebook that is here with the instructions. And yeah, in case that you close this also, you can close it. The instructions are again here. So you can come back anytime here. And here it is. So the first thing is to launch the simulation of the robot in the hospital environment. And if you follow the instruction here, open a terminal and in the terminal launch this. So let's do it. The terminals are here, web shell. Let's click here. I'm going to put it on the side. And let me launch this command. Okay, sorry, wrong keys. I'm wrong, wrong paste. So let me see. Okay. Yeah. So let's launch this here. So now the simulation is running. And at some point in time, it should tell us about the controllers loaded. It's here. So it's loaded. Then in order to see the gazebo window, we need to click on the gazebo icon down. Here it is, the open gazebo. So it's going to show us the window of gazebo because the simulation has been already loaded. So here it is. So here we have the hospital, and then if we move on the side, here we have the PR2 robot. Oh, so I got into a wall. Let me move up. Yeah. Okay, so here we are. Yeah. Okay, so there we are on the simulation. Now the first thing that we can do with the robot is to control the movement. And for that, we have to write into this topic. So let's do it. Let me open a new tab here and type this command, for example. This is an example that is writing directly from ROS, from the terminal. Oh, sorry, I changed the keyboard and now I'm using a different computer, so the keys are different. There it is. So this is writing directly into the board, into the topic, and it's writing on the x-axis 150. That's a very huge number. It's very, very huge. But I don't know why we need this, something that needs to be discovered inside the whole pipe of controlling the robot. Didn't have the time, but so far you can move it in case that you need to move it around there. So I'm going to launch it and then the robot should start moving. Yes, there it goes. Okay, so now is how you can do that. In order to move the robot, let me send a 0 so I can stop it and it doesn't crash against the walls. Okay, so there it goes. Yeah, so I don't know why these huge numbers needs to be provided here in the velocities. So if somebody finds it and tells me, I will update the simulation. And then, yeah, so remember that the PR2 is an omnidirectional robot, so you can provide velocities on the X and Y axis. Now, the next thing, so once we have tested this, is about testing how to control the arms. And for this, we are going to use the Move It. So I have provided here already this package that you can launch directly. So let me launch it. Again, the same wrong keyboard. Sorry for that. Yeah. Okay, there it goes. So now this is going to launch the move it configuration for this robot. So we will be able to move the arms wherever we want. So Move It has been launched, and now in order to see the Move It, the graphical interface, we need to click on this icon that is called Graphical Tools here below. Here. This is in order to see the RBS window that opens and shows. So here we are. As you can see, this RBS window is not centered in this area. So if you want to center, you can always click on this icon here to center the window. There it is. Now I'm going to click on the blue line here in order to maximize. Do a double click and then it's maximized for me. Great. So now I can control the PR2, and yeah, I explain all this here on the notebook, so you can check later. And so the first thing is to select which arm we want to control, and here for this we are going to use the planning group area. And let me put it a little bit bigger so you can see better in the video. So here we have the arm planning group, and there are several depending on the thing that you want to control. So let's say the right arm, for example. So if I select the right arm, all this is the group that we are going to control. And now the only thing that we need to do is to click on the blue ball 3D sphere and put it wherever we want the end effector to be located. So for example here. And now, so this is our destination goal, the place that we want the robot to be. So as you can see here on the simulation, nothing has moved yet, yeah, because this is just a guess. Oh, let's put the robot there. Now, in order to make the simulated robot execute, we need to click here on plan and execute. So when this plans and executes, then it's going to start planning the movement required in order to reach that position, and then execute on the robot. As you can see, the robot now is moving. Yeah, I know it's very slow because so many things are loaded here running, and that's what we have. But so far, it's doing it, everything. Okay, so that's basically it. Go ahead, use this ROSjet for your own ROS projects, and let me know your progress if you find something interesting that we can share with the rest of the ROS developers around the world. If you find the error about the velocities, put in more realistic values, because remember that those values are in meters per second, so 150 meters per second is not realistic, and so on. So thank you very much.